Here we have for sale our 2019 on a 19 plate Ford Ranger Wildtrak. This is the 3.2 5-cylinder diesel with 200 brake horsepower, and that is mated to a 6-speed automatic gearbox. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you in detail the spec that you get on a Ranger Wildtrak of this age. We're also going to have a very detailed look at the condition as well, so if there's any marks, scratches, dents, anything like that, I will be glad to point those out to you. And we'll also talk you through a little bit about the ownership and service history of this particular vehicle, seeing as it is currently available for sale at the time of recording. So starting here at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that we have got, of course, the rear tailgate on the Ford Ranger, and the model derivative here, Wildtrak, nicely stickered there in the top right hand corner. Just underneath the Ford badge you've got the reversing camera just here, so the first bit of spec to talk about really. And then looking at the rear bumper, on a Wildtrak you get a number of elements in this very nice metallic grey colour. That includes of course the rear bumper. You'll notice it also with the front grille and even elements in the wheels, and you can see here we've got rear parking sensors as well. In terms of condition then, at the rear here, a couple of very minor little marks just here on the plastic, and you can see that there just on that little step there, a couple of minor marks. And you can also see here that we have got the tow bar, and this has got the 13-pin electrics as well. So really nice. Of course you could remove that if you want to. Certainly doesn't appear to have had any great use at all. In terms of the condition of the tailgate itself, again, all looking in really nice order. There is a very small little touch in just here, if you can just see that there, but otherwise all looking well. If we open up the rear tailgate, we can then start to have a look inside the load space just here, and you can see that we have got the full load liner in the back of here. Of course that is there to protect the vehicle from any marks and things like that. And we've also got the rear mounting top, so there's a fantastic roller shutter which goes on the back. Of course that retracts all the way back. You can see the full photography of this vehicle on our website, bridgendvans.co.uk, and you'll see how the sort of position of that rolling all the way back there. On a Wildtrak they also come with this very nice sports spoiler, and again, as I mentioned, this is in that nice metallic grey colour. But I say, very nice to have the mounting top on the back, nice and secure. Of course you can lock them there on the key as well. Looking then down the driver's side of the vehicle, rear light lens all in good order, no cracks or anything there. Looking, as I say, down that driver's side, and we're going to use the reflections here where available in the side of the vehicle to look for any dents or marks, but I must say it's looking in really good order. You've also got these 18-inch alloy wheels on the Wildtrak, so you've got a polished face, a diamond cut polished face, and then you've got this grey metallic insert as well. So as I say, it just ties in nicely as we go around the vehicle. One thing to note, the chassis is all looking in really good order there, and of course you've got the mud guards just there as well. The Wildtrak also comes with these lovely side steps to help you get into the vehicle. They are, of course, these double cab pickups are becoming bigger and bigger, so it is always nice to have a bit of assistance. You also get the door handles in that nice painted colour as well. Starting to have a look inside the vehicle now then, and the Wildtrak of this age comes with this very nice contrast in orange and half black leather interior. So you can have a good look here at the condition in the back. You have ISOFIX compatibility in here as well, and another theme which you'll see throughout the interior is this nice orange stitch as well. If we pull on the centre armrest, nice padded section behind you with a couple of cup holders just there. This vehicle has been fitted with these very nice Ranger rubber overmats, give you nice protection to the floor, and you can see we've got a 12-volt socket in the back of you. In terms of condition of the back of the front seats, no particular issues there. There's a very sort of light mark on the back of this seat, but that is, as I say, very light, not particularly, it doesn't particularly grab your attention. We've also got there, as a nice contrast and orange stitching on the door cards. As I say, the details on these Ranger Wildtraks are very nice indeed. Again, another Wildtrak sticker comes as standard on the bottom of the front doors. And then if we open up the driver's door, then we can really start to have a look at some of the spec that you get inside here. So on top of the driver's door, you have electric windows. Moving then a little bit further in, we have auto-activated lights, so you can turn that to the auto selection just there. You've got electric folding mirrors, so that is how you fold them, by pressing that button there, and they will fold in and out. And of course you've got electrically adjustable wing mirrors as well. You can see that we have got 2 full remote keys for the vehicle. We've also got multiple keys then for that roller shutter on the back as well. This lovely steering wheel, nice light steering on a Ranger Wildtrak of this age. On the left hand side here you've got onboard computer controls, so in front of you you've got 2 screens. So you've got 2 onboard computer controls here, and that one controls the left screen and this one controls the right hand screen. Underneath then we've got volume controls for the radio. You can also answer and hang up the phone just there, and you've got your cruise control settings on the right hand side. And again, they've just continued this nice orange stitch throughout the vehicle. Looking at the driver's seat, having a good look here at condition of the driver's seat. There's no excessive wear or anything to the driver's seat, and we've got a nice Wildtrak emblem there stitched into the back of the seats, and you've got that on the passenger seat as well. The driver's seat is electrically adjustable, so fully adjustable here, all off the controls on the side of the seat. Some nice luxury feature there. If we remove the mat just here, again you can see this nice Ranger rubber over mat inside. If we jump in, we can start to have a look in a bit more detail some of the spec that you get as a driver. So the main benefit that you get on a Ranger of this age is you have this fantastic Sync 3 system. So if anyone who's not familiar with that, it does allow you then to have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto in the vehicle. Apple CarPlay, I'm a massive fan personally myself. It allows you to use the Apple Maps app on your phone, but actually on the screen, which is, in my opinion, better than any inbuilt satellite navigation on a vehicle. We've also got your music on here, so that's your Apple Music. You can, if you don't like Apple Maps, you can use Google Maps or Waze if you want to do as well, and you can listen to music on Spotify. So really, really nice system, very easy to use. If we go back to the Ford system itself, so if you don't plug a phone in, this is basically the screen that you will get. You have got DAB radio on here. This vehicle does actually have satellite navigation as well, so at the moment you'll see the Maps button there because we've got the phone plugged in, so if you take that it'll go to the Apple Maps, but otherwise that would take you to the satellite navigation, which is inbuilt on the screen here. You've got even your heated seat controls on here. If you go to climate, you can control your heated seats on here as well, and of course your air conditioning and temperature throughout the vehicle. Looking then a little bit lower, you have physical buttons for this as well if you prefer that. So you've got, as again, your heated seat button just here. You've got your heated windscreen button just there, air conditioning next to that. So as I say, you've got really good control either way if you want to. A couple of 12-volt sockets just below, and then down below then we've got 2 USB points, one of which I'm currently occupying with the phone plugged in. Moving then to the 4x4 part here, so you've got 2 high, 4 high and 4 low, and then you can turn your traction control off, and you've got hill descent just there as well. 6-speed automatic gearbox, fantastic gearbox in these, very strong indeed. And again, having a good look here at the passenger seat for any marks. Maybe a couple of very minor marks, maybe one just there, but I say that is being so critical. All in really nice order. And again, looking on the dashboard, I really like on the Wildtrak this soft touch leather dashboard with the lovely orange stitch flowing throughout, and this sort of almost carbon fibre look, which again just feels very nice indeed. You've got a centre armrest as well, and again with that orange stitch, and in the black leather, nice and deep as well, so you've got plenty of space inside there, and a couple of cup holders in the middle as well. We'll jump out now. Just before we do that, if we look at the screens here in front of us, you'll see on the right hand side there we've got the mileage in the bottom right hand corner, 43,875, and these are the 2 screens that I mentioned. You've got one here which as you can see you can have different screens on there, phone, navigation, entertainment, and on the right hand side you can adjust that as well. So at the moment we've got the rev counter, but you can also change that, and then straight ahead you've got the good old-fashioned analog speedometer. And just before we leave here, we have got auto-activated wipers as well. So really comprehensive spec inside a Ranger Wildtrak. Moving then around to the front of the vehicle, and again, just looking down the side here, it is in very clean and good order. This alloy also seems to be in good condition as well. And then looking around to the front, again, all this section here, and this sort of is really highlighted when you get a white Ranger Wildtrak, because it just contrasts against the white very nicely. So you've got this very nice metallic grey grille and lower parts just here. But again, in terms of condition, certainly seems like it's been looked after. This vehicle has got wind deflectors fitted to the windows, and there's also one here on the front of the bumper. Of course, you could remove this if you wanted to, but I guess it does aid in stopping stone chips, those types of things. But I say, must say it's looking very, very nice. Front fog lights just here, and there are a couple of very light scratches to this grey, but again, being quite critical, just sort of lower down here, a couple of very light marks just there. And then finally, before we finish up here, we're just looking down the passenger side, and again, just looking for any sort of marks or anything like that. Is maybe a very small, no, it's not actually, it's not a touch-in, it's just a little bit of polish. Yeah, nothing that I can see there. It's looking very, very nice. Is that a small mark? Maybe a tiny little mark to the rear tub just there. Well, I open up the door from the passenger side again. Just give you another aspect here of the passenger door card, just how clean and tidy this is in the entry part just there, and also the same with the rear seats as well. In fantastic order throughout. One thing to note with this vehicle is there is no VAT to pay. The previous owner was not VAT registered, so there is no VAT to pay. I have just noticed there is a very small mark just here on this alloy wheel. So, but yeah, no VAT to pay on this particular vehicle. We have just put this vehicle right through our workshop for a full MOT and a full service as well. So we've been right through it to double check everything, changed all the filters, of course, during that full service, and as I say, new MOT as well. It will, of course, come with our own warranty, which is for 3 months or 5,000 miles. And this vehicle is Euro 6 compliant, so you can take this vehicle into central London or any ultra low emission zone areas without having to pay the ultra low emissions zone charge. If you'd like to inquire or see the full advert, head over to our website, bridgenvans.co.uk, and we'll also welcome inquiries on either of the numbers listed here at the bottom of the sign. We can arrange finance on all of our vehicles, starting as low as 7.9% APR, and we can take cars or vans in part exchange. Thank you very much for watching.